In the security section, you got rights and roles. Rights is about what you could do within the target line, whether you can create analyses and reports, and whether you can save it into your shared folder, for example. So rights is about what you could do within the client, while roles is more about what data can you access, what cubes, what dimensions, and what measures are you allowed to see through your data connection. Now, looking at rights, you can see some predefined rights groups here, and these closely correspond to your end user license types. So, for example, if we look into one of these, like the designer users, you can see that we have added a few members here. It's using the designer license level. And that simply means that everyone that has been added to that group will now have all of these designer functionalities, application functionalities that you see here. If we scroll down, you can see that it will also cover what the advanced user and also what the consumer user can do. So that's the designer user. If we look into one of the other ones, like the advanced user here, looking at rights, we can see that all the designer options are now being disabled. So having this advanced license that we're using here will only give you rights to what the advanced user can do, and of course also what the consumer user can do. So it works on those levels of different user types. Of course, you can also go here to add your own new rights group. So simply right click here to add a new group. So for example, if we want to create a group of designer users, but designer users without the options to create or work with reports, then we can give it a proper name here. You'll have to add members to this group, which could be members, or normally would be members from your Active Directory, and that could be AD groups or AD individual members. In this case, I'll just try to look up some Michaels here, and we got a few ones here. So I can pick an individual member here, or like I said, you could also have defined AD groups, like target designer user group or something like that. And of course, that could also be added in the same way. So now I added this Michael here, and we're going to still be using the design license here, but we would like to make sure that for this particular group, we don't want to allow those guys to work with the repos. So in this case, we can specifically deny permissions or not grant permissions on creating reports like this. So, okay, on that, now we have this new rights group.